constantly inside. Hoping that you come back here, hoping that you feel the same way. Constantly inside. You say it's not for me. Don't see it, I don't see it. Constantly inside. For you, can't find.
Right. Welcome to another episode of Can You Connect? And this is Mr. Walk That Walk. Um we're here for another episode, and this one is going to be on types of love. So, we're going to break down at least I think one, two, three, four, at least four or five of them. We're going to start with the first one we're going to start with is non-love. So this type of love involves, usually most people have friendships or relationships where it's like non-love, and these are considered, let's say, casual daily relationships where there is no sense of intimacy or passion or commitment. And for these in particular, these are considered like, let's say, you go to the store every week, you go to the grocery store every week. So these are the people you're seeing maybe once a week or maybe more than twice a week, that they're not really your friends, but they're people you run into. They're like people you meet casually. So, we gain maybe some connection with them through talking with them, but they're not like our people or our best friends unless we went out our way to make them our friends. And the next type of love we're going to go over is liking. So liking, there with this one, there is some, some intimacy. But this is without any like sexual passion or strong personal commitment. So these are considered like friends. So, these are friends that you hang out with or friends you grew up with. And these friends, maybe often as you grow older, you don't really, I'm not saying you don't talk to them as much, but sometimes you get busy and sometimes y'all may get in and out of contact. But when y'all do get in contact, it's like the friendship has never ended. So these the liking one would be considered friends, close friends, even best friends to an extent. The next one we're going to go over is This one is infatuation. So this one mostly involves passion, and this is like heat of the moment. Passion usually leads to infatuation, and infatuation refers to a psychological arousal and a sexual desire for another person. This will be considered like casual hookups or one night stands. This will fall into this type of category because usually these type of people, they'll be infatuated, and then once it fades, they go on to the next person. So you most likely will run into these types of people, maybe a club, maybe a bar, places where people are doing substances. So where they're not really where everything's usually when you're taking a substance, something's heightened. So not only is that heightened, that infatuation is heightened. So they're just going back to feel that feeling again. And when it stops with this person, I gotta go to the next one. So that's kind of how they operate. So those are people to be careful for unless you're trying to get into that type of thing. The last one we're going to talk about is empty love, and empty love involves mostly like a commitment. So you're committed to somebody, but the couple, they'll stay together even though there's a loss of passion or a loss of intimacy. But this is usually, I'll say this would be usually for, let's say married people would be in this category of maybe they were changing or somebody was changing in a relationship, and the passion and the intimacy died down, or maybe they just got busy and got caught up with life, with business or kids. So there's not really a strong intimacy, and it's hard to make time for each other because they've been so busy with work and kids. However, they still have a commitment to each other. So that stays, and that could be strong. And in certain situations, relationships can begin with commitment, and then it develops intimacy and passion. So these are the types of loves we're going to hit on for this episode. Um, next episode I'm going to hit on this second category types of love. So definitely stay tuned for that. And of course, we're going to be supporting Black-owned businesses. This particular spot, they have a spot in Beltsville, Maryland, and they have a spot in DC. It's a restaurant. It's called the Swahili Village, and it's a restaurant and bar type of place. The food was real good, so I definitely recommend them. I've been there. I've been to the one in Beltsville. I haven't been to the one in DC, but hopefully both are good, both spots. And maybe I'll stop by maybe the next one I go to is the one in DC. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. And of course, I'm a clinical social worker, so I provide therapy. I'm a clinical social worker in the state of Maryland, so I can provide therapy, um, individual therapy or couples therapy. I can even do family therapy. If anyone's interested, just hit my email address, and yeah, we could go from there. But that will end this episode, and we could check back in next week. So y'all definitely have a good rest of the day and a good rest of the weekend.
All lives are lives filled with you. Our homes are homes, they filled in free. Our dreams are dreams, slowly shattered. and our body needs fruits and matter. What does it take to become a legend? What can we do to teach the lesson? Is there a way for a future to come in? Oh, oh, oh. Why do we wait to repay the world? When the world is like circle, back in the yeah. When the world it's circle, yeah. Our emotions have no our feelings have no our beautiful women and see the beauty in them. Our memories are not standing strong. What does it take to become a legend? What can we do to teach a lesson? Whoa, is there a way for you to stand there? Why do we wait to repay the world? Yeah, yeah, when the world back, it's all over. Back,